Hey guys, Mr. Randall here, and today we're talking about doing part 2 of Algebra Review. We're simplifying and solving, so combining like terms, solving for x. Here's your quizzes code, and always a couple more links if you want to practice or play some games. So, if I said I went to the grocery store to get eggs, and I got cheese, and I got bread, and I got milk. Well, really, we understand what's going on there, but we can simplify it. Same way that I would say I went to the store to get eggs, cheese, bread, and milk, right? It's a little easier to understand, and it's just more compact. So if we look at this, this is an example of simplifying this sentence, right? But if we look down here, maybe this is a little too old for you guys, but Scooby-Doo, right? What do these guys do? They just go around solving mysteries. So for example here, if this guy is 4 plus x equals 8, what they're doing is they're figuring out what x is. They're solving this mystery, right? So, simplifying. Simplifying is the ones where we had a long number sentence like this, and we had to simplify them. We combined like terms. We had the manipulatives. And what we did here is, if you look, we have all of our x's in a green circle. Now we have all of our y's in a blue square, and all of our numbers in a red triangle. And since those are all the same terms, they have the same power and the same variable. Right here they have x, right here they have y, right here they don't have a variable. Since they all have the same variable and power, we can combine them, and also, for example, like here, cancel out. We cancel out this negative 8 with 8 of these 12. And we had 6 left over. Okay? And now, what we want to do is, if you remember the most important parts of solving an equation, what do we have to do? Always keep the equation balanced is the first one. My handwriting's getting a little better. And what do we want to get all alone? Well, we want to get our x all alone. Or a variable, but usually it's going to be x. Remember our undoing steps? If you remember our undoing steps, we have multiplication and division. And we have addition and subtraction. Wow, that is ugly. Okay, and then the last one, why don't we plug in to see if it's true? Because if we have x equals something, well, if we plug it in and it's true, well, we know x is true. So plug in. Okay. Next slide, so let's look at this then. We have x divided by 6 equals 9. Well, the undoing step for division is multiplication. If we look back, and right here, this is division. So what we have to do is, instead of dividing by 6, we multiply by 6. Well, if we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other. And the thing that's nice is, if we take a number, divide it by 6, and then multiply it by 6, these cancel out completely. So now what we have left is x equals 9 times 6. Well, we know that that's 54. Okay. So this is the check and go. Once we do this and you have the correct answer, I want you to do the quizzes. So, simplify. Well, if we look here, I'm just going to underline all my x's. Okay. Well, so 4 minus 5, well, I'll have negative 1x, plus 3, I'll have 2x. Then right here, well, let's I can square them. Let's square our numbers. I have negative 9 plus 12 minus 7. Well, we'll combine those. We'll have, so I'll do -9 and -7. I'll have -18. -18 plus 12, I'll have -6. And this is all equal to 0. And this kind of goes back to always wanting x alone. Well, we don't have x alone. So what I'll do is I'll move this 6 over here. I can undo that. And this is now moving on to, this is going into solving for x, but what we can do is add 6, cancels. Add 6, 0 plus 6 is 6. So now, what I did is I just moved this 6 over, so I have 2x equals 6. Now if you look at that, you might say, well, I know x is going to have to be 3, which it would be, but we're going to take it a little bit further. If you have this, and we've moved that 6 over here, well now I know I can divide by 2 to cancel these out. Well, I have to do that over here as well, and 6 divided by 2, we will always get 3. Alright, let's make sure we do our quizzes, please.